Hi, I'm glad that you're back to join me. Just want to say thank you for all of the kind messages and words of encouragement that you guys have left for me. I apologize that I haven't made the time to respond to all of those messages. You guys take the time to watch the videos and to respond, and I truly appreciate you. I thank God for you. And I think that's part of what has kept me going. It's like the Lord encouraging me through you, and through each one that I come along, like in person or through the virtual world, and but it's all Him, and He's just through you and through everyone that I've surrounded myself with, because you have to be careful who you surround yourself with when you're going through trying times. That He's just encouraging me to keep on going. And I tell you, the other night I was at the hospital with my son. I spend 3 nights at the hospital. Actually, I spend every night at the hospital, but I spend like 3 complete days with him, and then I come home. The rest of those days, like 4 days out of the week, I get up around 4 in the morning. I was getting up at 3 when we were in LA, and at the other hospital, and I would come home, be home all day, and then get back at night. Sometimes 10, 11, midnight. Sometimes only to get back up and do the same thing. But I was at the hospital, and I think I just got flat out tired of the whole thing. I got mad. I was really, really upset. I was frustrated. I was aggravated. And it wasn't at the Lord. It wasn't directed at the Lord. It was directed at the situation. Like, my son's heart condition has improved, and I'm overjoyed and rejoicing about that. But then his breathing took a dive. And so I remember sitting there, because I couldn't sleep the night before. His breathing was so loud, I heard it. It disturbed me to the point where I wasn't at peace. And I'm not saying the noise of his breathing disturbed me. All of it disturbs people. But what I mean by that is to watch my baby breathing like that. I tried to mimic what he did, and I get lightheaded when I try to mimic how he breathes. I'm like, how is he breathing like this, for so long? And then I thought about the going back and forth between the hospital and home, and my mom, being ill, and just watching her waste away literally. When I look at her eyes, she's a beautiful woman. In her heyday, she looked a lot like Lena Horne, just a beautiful, and Dorothy Dandridge, just a beautiful African American woman. And she's still beautiful in my eyes. She's still beautiful in other people's eyes. I'm sure they've told us such, but she just, like, her eyes are sunken in, and her hands are like skin and bones, and I'm watching her waste away before me. And this is a woman who gave me life, who I remember, growing up. Was a fun mom. She was a godly woman who lived a life before us of a virtuous woman. Even when my father passed away, he had a massive heart attack in '97, and died instantly. And even after he passed, my sister and I were like 23. I was just through college, a year out of college, and just graduated. And here, I think I was in my first year of law school, or second year of law school. But anyway, my mom, I always remember, she never brought home strange men, and we were grown, my sister and I were grown, but still, she had a chance to date. She could have dated. She never dated anyone else after that. She truly, truly loved my dad, and he really was a genuinely kind, loving, thoughtful, godly man. He was a pastor and a missionary. My parents were missionaries when I was a baby, to the British West Indies, a little island called Montserrat. And but she lived a life in front of us as to how a woman of God is supposed to carry herself, and I thank God for that example. And I just remember she was the type of mom that would bake cookies for us, and she made us some summer dresses one time, and she just was a great, great mom. And now, like, the things I do for her, because she's got dementia, and my sister and I believe she's in the last stage of it. She doesn't prepare any more food for herself. She doesn't clean herself up anymore. She gets so confused when you talk to her. Everything is kind of backwards. It's almost like she's like a child again, and it hurts because when I bathe her and comb her hair and fix her meals and feed her, sometimes I hand feed her. My sister and I have to hand feed her, and sometimes she can feed herself. We try to encourage her to do as much for herself as she can, but that's hard. That's hard to see. The person who gave you life and took care of you, the roles have been reversed, and when you get older in life, that type of thing happens, unfortunately. But between my son and my mom, and then like I'm wanting to be in a certain place that I can't move to because we're just stuck here. I just feel stuck, and it feels frustrating. It feels very, very frustrating because I envision this life of my son being healthy again, running. I was looking back at some of my old videos that I posted, and I was mentioning how he was doing okay after his initial cancer treatments had begun, like back a couple years back, 2012. He's not getting chemo or anything like that right now. Like, he hasn't had that in a while. But I remember I said, oh yeah, he's running around, he's doing fine, you can't tell that he's sick. But now he's not running at all. He's in the wheelchair, and it's from the bed to the wheelchair. He's very weak. If he gets out of bed, he shakes. And I just got frustrated, and I said, Lord, I've been enduring for a long time, and I'm not giving up, I'm not complaining, but I'm just tired, and I'm mad, and I'm angry at the situation. I don't know how long we'll be in the storm, but I just got tired. And have you ever gotten like that? Are you like that now, where you're just sick and tired and fed up and frustrated? And I wanted to do the video then, but I think it would have been more venting than ministry. So I think the Lord gave me a chance to kind of cool off. I'm still tired as I'll get out. I go on like 2.5 to 3 hours of broken sleep a night. And don't really rest during the day. Can't really rest. There's just too much to do. And I'm just tired. But I thank God that when I am weak, He is strong. And that, He truly is my strength. He's my joy. He's my love. He's my hope. He's everything. And I'm just going to continue to run on and see what the end of this thing will be. I have a little lesson I put together, but I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to make this into parts, and I don't want to be too long with each one. And I think the topic is this: hope deferred. And you ever had a dream that seems like it's just fleeting? It teases you, you see it, and you think you're getting close to it, and then it gets pulled further and further back, and you run after it, and you get a little bit more closer, and then it gets pulled back again, like that never-ending hallway that you're running down. That's kind of how life has been for me. And I know, like, I keep hearing, hold on, it's going to happen just a little while longer, and things like that. But sometimes you get to a point where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you wonder, when? Okay, when already, But I'm not going to charge God foolishly. I'm not mad at Him. Again, I'm just mad at the situation. I'm mad at the devil, and I got to the point where the other morning, I was coming home yesterday morning, and I just prayed. I was half awake, trying to drive home to get home so I could try to lay down for a little bit before getting up to take my girls to school. And it was before day, but I was so mad at the devil. I just was quoting the word, and I was just praising God, and I was just praying about everything that was concerning my life, and everything concerning my children's lives, and my mom, and my family, my sister. She's tired too, because the two of us are in this together. And we're just tired, but I'm tired of the devil, and I've taken authority. You just have to take authority over it. It just gets to a point where he just pushes and pushes and pushes and nudges and does this and that. You just got to back him up and stop him in his tracks, and use your God-given authority to take control and dominion over the things that he's trying to bring, like the flood in your life. It says when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard against him. You invoke the presence of the Holy Spirit, and you tell that enemy to back up in the name of Jesus. That he has no legal right to have his hands on my son, or your whatever, your finances, your marriage, or whatever it may be. He has no right, your ministry. And you push forward in the things of God. I'm going to be back to do my the next part of this message. I don't know if it'll be the message itself or a dream that I had. I'm not sure which way the Lord's going to go with this, but I want him to have his way. So you sit back and enjoy this and let it minister to you, because I don't really want to entertain. I want to minister. And I guess above all, I'm not labeling myself as anything. I just want to say I want to encourage you. I've always loved to encourage people. And this is what I love to do best. So, all right, sit tight, guys, and I'll be right back.